So the idea is for the guiding vessel and the torpedo to have frequencies in an identical pattern. And so nobody can intercept the signal for any more than a tiny little bit of time. And so the signal is secure and unjammable. So the enemy can't then send a signal to misdirect the torpedo.
Did it also actually take 88, or could have been used lesser numbers? Or
You mean 88 frequencies?
Yeah.
Sure, it could have been less or more. I'm sure it is less or more at this point. But they did use 88 frequencies in honor of the number of keys on the keyboard, since it was the player piano that was the inspiration for
love that.
implementing the idea.
I love that.
Yeah.
You build on somebody else's work. You always do. There's always nothing is generated automatically out of your brain. You see something. Have you ever seen the series Connections?
No.
Oh, James Burke. If you ever see that, that is the most brilliant piece of science. Everything he shows, how everything connects, everything else. So he'll start off with some simple thing and turn into like the atomic bomb.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Wonderful.
Okay.
And in terms of how this technology is used now, it's used in a lot of our wireless communication. It's used in cell phones, Wi-Fi, GPS, Bluetooth, the Milstar system of military satellites, mobile healthcare systems, barcode scanning, like what's more ubiquitous than that? So we use her technology every day.
I wanted to ask you a little more about the characterization. How long did it take you to develop her manner, her way of speaking, her posture, her everything that she does? It seems to be very, very convincing to me. So you must have.
Well, I watch her and I listen to her, and I have to go back and watch and listen. I was watching clips a couple of nights ago in preparation for this. So you work toward honoring how the person is, and then also I'm sort of placing her in a situation she never was in. She never got to tell her story.
Right, never.
So I'm imagining how she now, in the ether, would approach an audience and be able to tell the story in the way that she always wanted to.
And this could very well inspire somebody sitting out there
I
sometime.
hope
What are the looks you've seen on little girls' faces?
Oh, I love especially when there's an audience of adults and there's one young woman. I love it because when I'll talk to her, young people aren't used to being
No, ignore it. They were just
aren't used to being part of the show or being included in the same way as the adults when it's a room full of adults. So that's my favorite.
I love the way you did that. You went out here and actually, engaged people. It just seemed so real, so worked. And even the phone thing that happened over there, I was like,
yes,
finally. It could have been a fix, but she handled it so well.
No, it's what just happened in the moment.
But you were planning for that eventuality, right?
I was hoping.
Okay, that was good. That was good because that is it. Right now, anyway. Goodness knows the quantum computer thing is next, and I can't imagine. I watched the program on that last night. It was like, boing.
Yeah, there's a lot of technology, and artificial intelligence can supersede our speed.
Yes.
Well, it already is.
So when will we be destroyed as a species, you think?
That's a heavy question.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. Maybe Hedy knows more than we.
I do want to kind of focus again on that point that I was making about your character and her character. When you're on stage sometimes, has it ever felt like, I'm not sure if I can say this right, but if the line between you is blurred, that you are her for a moment.
Yeah.
Does that ever happen to you?
I think it's a melding of me and her. Because in some ways I approach the audience in a way she wasn't able to in life. That's why I say it's me imagining her, how she would approach it now. So it really is a melding of me and my love of her story with her and her story. So that I hope that I'm honoring her in a way that she would appreciate. that's the desire. And so in that way, I'm hoping I'm channeling her.
Maybe.
So it's hard for me to
'Cause it's
say,
done
oh
with
yes,
love.
I'm exactly her, I'm channeling her. I do my best, and I do my research.
Well, it's done with
and
love, so it's done with love. So I think that means something.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if you ever on your regular life, what little you have of it, do you often do things like her, gestures or thoughts or way of saying things? Does that ever happen?
I say darling quite a lot. So I do adapt to her voice and moments in my life, and I start talking like her.
And people kind of look at you like, wait a minute, what's going on here? But they know you, so they know it's okay. It happens. Good. Okay, so you're going where next? Now it's
North Little
Rock, and then
after that, Galway.
oh
in
wow,
Ireland at the town.
you like
hall,
Ireland, don't you?
Town Hall Theatre main stage. Oh yes, and Ireland is very
Receptive.
technologically inclined in terms of
Okay.
So there's the Inspire Fest Technology Conference in Dublin every summer in May, June, and I performed for them on their main stage for their conference. It was at the Bord Gáis Energy Theatre in Dublin, which is basically the Broadway touring house there. So it was a real honor to be on that stage, and it's a real honor to be here at
Yes. What was
at
that like?
Virginia
Coming
Tech.
back.
It's coming home.
Yeah. It's like I made it.
Yeah, it's me bringing my story, bringing the marriage of my passion for science and my passion for art, and bringing it to my home in Blacksburg, where I grew up, and to my alma mater, Virginia Tech. And it's very meaningful that it's here because there are a lot of young women in science and technology here, and one of the big missions of this is to inspire young women in science and technology, but also to inspire audiences as a whole to find ways to make the world a better place, and to establish Hedy as a role model for intelligence, ingenuity, and invention.
I don't know if you have, but if you don't record this and preserve this for future people, I'm going to talk bad about you. You have to have this as a permanent form. Somehow, some way. I don't know exactly. Okay, good.
It's been recorded a few times, but you know how video.
Well, yeah, you want to
know
make
how
sure
video.
you got at least 3 cameras, editing, switcher. It's got to be done right.
Yeah.
And you got to get the lighting right and the sound right and everything. It could be a wonderful tool, a wonderful experience for people who may not even get a chance because you can't be everywhere.
Yeah. I try to be.
I know. But you can't be everywhere. And I want to thank you very much for doing this for me. And
Thank you. And my website is heathermassie.com, heathermassie.com/Hedy, because when I work on my next piece on Sally Ride, all of hers will be on /Sally. So heathermassie.com/Hedy, Hedy.
Any other information that you want to pass along? Any other sites or any way they can get a hold of you or get a hold of the show?
Oh, the contact information is on the website. So there's a contact page that has, you can write through Squarespace to me, or my email's on there. My phone is on there as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much.
Sure.